I teach the CNA program in Montpelier, which is usually 2 programs a year, in the spring and in the fall. We take about 14 students lately in that class. I've done that for a little while. And then the Assistance with Medications course I teach 1 Saturday a month up here, and I've, like I said, done that for a little while as well. Teaching in a smaller city is a little bit difficult. Your pool for students is smaller, but in a lot of ways it's a lot nicer because I know a lot of the students are a lot of their parents. So I get to spend a little bit of extra time with them, and they can find me outside the facility or shadow me while I'm at work, or I can hook up little things like that to help them through the programs as well. I love teaching how to be compassionate and empathetic and kind of giving some real life stories behind it and why it's important to be that way. Like I said, the most rewarding part of teaching the students is watching them and helping them, and then actually being a co-worker with them. Well, I worked 9 years in the kitchen before one day I woke up and decided, oh, you know what, I want to be a nurse. I started in the kitchen when I was 18. I went back to school. I was probably 26, 27. Went and got my LPN. Then I decided that was probably enough. I didn't want the responsibility of being an RN and all that fun stuff. About 1.5 years later, I decided, you know what, I like the nursing. I'm going to do the RN program. I worked upstairs on the floor in acute care, labor and delivery, ER, skilled nursing for a few more years, and then I was approached for the dialysis position. They needed an administrator down there, and I'm very particular about my work and how I like it done, so they asked me if I'd be willing to do that. Full-time at Bear Lake Memorial, I'm over dialysis and chemo, so I'm the facility administrator is what they call me. I correlate all that fun stuff, the dialysis treatments, chemo for Dr. Ryrie. He comes and visits once a month, and then we run his chemo treatments there. I also do the wound care for the nursing home. And nursing is a challenge. You have one patient show up in your clinic with this presenting, and yet what you tried 2 days ago with the same patient didn't work. So you gotta come up with something different, and that's one of the reasons I like wounds. They're never the same, they're always a challenge, and dialysis is the same way. What worked one day doesn't work the next, and you gotta figure it out. Years and years and years ago, when I worked in the kitchen at the hospital before I even started nursing, they had little napkin holders, and the quote was, "Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care." I don't regret my career choice at all. Like I said, it meets every one of my needs. And it's one of those things, have you guys ever heard the saying, and it's never a day of work if you don't feel like you're working? That's my life.
Yeah. That was a great answer.
I love it. I do. I wouldn't change anything. It's been a long time and I wouldn't change it.